Alright, the streets are aglow with cheer here in sunny Southern California, in newly made Blizzard World, set to be the first location of our premier match tonight as Oasis Esports take on Don't Envy Us in a big matchup here in the Snowy Division. Alright, welcome here to Blizzard World, everyone. I'm Commander Hui. Along with me here is Tangent. So we're going to take a look here at the standings real quick here. And we see that we're approaching the home stretch, 7 games, including this one remaining. And in the Snowy Division, the 4th spot is very much up for grabs. Just a reminder, top 4 from each division make the playoffs. So Oasis, they currently have that 4th spot. They're currently sitting in 9th place overall. But Rinse and Shine and Don't Envy Us, they're right behind them. So a slip up from Oasis Esports here could be very big here for the playoff push. So Tangent, Oasis, they're coming here. They're off a killer loss to MSXL, and they're trying to avoid going 3-3 here, as they have done for the previous 2 stages. Meanwhile, Don't Envy Us, they're coming in. They got 2 straight wins in a row. How do you think momentum is going to come into this game here today?
Well, to be honest with you, Commander Huey, is it Commander Huey or Commander Who?
It's Commander Hui.
Let's see. All right. Well, to be honest with you, man, I think momentum is important when it comes to games like this. However, I gotta say, it's gonna really depend on the teams themselves and how hungry they are for the win. I've seen many teams coming out of big losses like Oasis Esports against monster teams where they make a big comeback coming in if they're hungry enough for it. I mean, take Mayhem from the official Overwatch League. They came off of it before and they took down, in fact, Dallas Fuel, but they got that logo going right there. So maybe we'll see a repeat of that before. Anywho, we gotta wait. We gotta see what's gonna come out here. But I think momentum coming in, Don't Envy Us is gonna be on high, and we're gonna see them make some good plays at the beginning. Maybe we'll see Oasis start to pick it up towards the end. But I really want to see Oasis get hungry here and want to get that win.
All right. So also, again, what do you want to see out of this match? This match is going to be big. Again, we'll just go over the maps real quick here. Blizzard World, Ilios, Hanamura, and then Watchpoint Gibraltar. And then, of course, Oasis is the tiebreaker map here to determine a winner if we are tied at 2 apiece here.
Well, coming into this match, I think there's a lot that we're probably going to be able to see coming into this from the different map pools that we have. Each map is going to be able to give us a taste of a different flavor of Overwatch. We're probably going to see some dive coming out on maybe Hanamura, as well as some more brawly stuff that you usually see on Blizzard World on the first point. Blizzard World itself is a great map where you tend to see a lot of different strats come out between the differences of the first, second, and third point. Same thing on Hanamura as well. Maybe we'll see some change-ups, but I think really we're going to see a really tight, close match coming into this, and I'm excited to see what both teams pull out of their pocket here to help them win and overcome the other one.
All right, so now just predictions for the game. Who's coming out victorious here, Oasis or Don't Envy Us here?
Well, coming into this right now, it actually looks like Don't Envy Us might be down a guy for a bit here. So it's going to actually turn into, it seems like Oasis is going to come in with an advantage. And I got to go with Oasis on this one. Got the 65 going on. It can go either way, but I really think that Oasis is going to take it because of the 65.
All right, so here we go. We get set now. Guess we're going to just start now before we even see anybody. Or before there's even though we're at 6v5 here. Oasis in the red. They're going to be on the attack here. I mean, I guess I got to say this. Oasis is in the red. Oh,
is it in the red?
Oh no, I'm very sorry. I got this wrong. Oasis is in the blue. I'm sorry. That's on me. But Don't Envy Us. Regardless, the 5v6 side, it's better to start on attack than defense here. Even though 5v6 it's very tough to perform against, 5v6 many people would rather do it on attack than defense.
Yeah, coming into this, it seems like, it's going to be a tough uphill battle for them no matter what you see. But as you said, it is much better for them to be on attack because that does give them the advantage when coming in to get an early pick and to turn the fight their way. If you're on defense as well, you don't have the spawn advantage until towards the end of the second, end of the last point. So this first point, especially on control, being on attack, it's a good opportunity for them to be able to take the first point and maybe gain some ground that they can either use as some padding when the tide turns and they become on defense, as well as an opportunity here for Oasis to shut them down. If they're able to stop them here because of the advantage that they have, this is going to be very, very tough for Don't Envious to take back in the next round.
Alright, so Oasis, they got a pretty standard comp here. 2-2-2. They got the Rein, Zarya, Mercy, Zen. They have the Widowmaker, although interesting pick here is the Mei here. We'll see how that works out for them. As we take a look at the offense for Don't Envious, they're going to have Lucio and Mercy here. Winston, D.Va, and Doomfist here. So it's going to be very interesting to see that. Here we go.
Yeah, it is quite interesting to see that they decided to forgo the second DPS in favor of a double healing. Oftentimes when you're down a man, you'll see teams go with a single healer instead to keep the double DPS, double tanks up. So we're going to have to see how that really plays into them moving up. But unfortunately, we did see them and their push get shut down right away there as Doomfist got caught out by Fluffy.
Right, Sinful got taken out immediately, then they kind of just regrouped here. Kind of both teams kind of just waiting around. Sinful gets the pick early, so now we're at an even 5v5 fight here, though they're not going to really engage here, and it looks like Oasis is probably going to get the res off there, and they will. But here comes the dive now coming in from D-Seals here. Kind of just poking around in the back here now on the point. D-Seals jumps over. He's looking for the Mercy. Wasn't able to get there, though. Kind of a brawl on the point. Party Booster going to get out of that mech there. Forced out by Grip and Fluffy, really. And it looks like Sinful's going to go down, so I would say this is going to be a full reset here for Don't Envious.
Yeah, it appears to be that, Huey. I think coming into that, they had a really great play there. I wish they had actually capitalized on that pick a little bit sooner. They had a beautiful dive coming into it, but just unfortunately they weren't able to apply enough pressure to the Mercy on the initial point of that dive there. And they were very quickly shut down by Fluffy and the tank duo there of Fluffy and Pseudo coming back.
Right, so we're going to see here. The Mei's done a very great job here at walling off Don't Envious here, and they've been doing really well here. Although not going to be able to wall him off here. Here we go. Ult's going to be used. Fluffy takes down Peppermint early here, and Valkyrie came out but got frozen almost immediately, and we're at another reset here. Very interesting to see that Don't Envious, they invested so many ultimates into that.
Yeah, it's very interesting that they came out with that. It seems like they're trying to use their ult economy to start kind of pushing into it. They did use the Mercy ult, however. That was about all they really had to burn in that fight there. They're starting to come into their ult economy now. But you really saw it come out really well from Oasis's side of things, where they were able to use their ult economy very effectively. Maybe they didn't need to use as many, but it was very effective with what they did. They were able to wall off and separate the team at the start, and Fluffy was able to get one, and the Mayo was just on point and got a couple right there.
Alright, well here we go. Already started the engagement already, and 4 people just went down immediately like this, and we can see that the 5v6 is really killer on Don't Envious here.
Yeah, unfortunately in that fight, too, Sinful, once again, he was playing around in the back line for a while there, and he wasn't really able to get back to his team. When that push actually started, he was a bit separated from them. He wasn't able to really help them there. He would have been a great asset in charge of that Zarya ult or otherwise, but we saw them take it out really quick, and once again, those ults were just coming through beautifully for Oasis on that side. They were just getting people with it and shutting down the ults on the other side.
Oh, there comes the Earth Shatter as Lil Pepper also takes out D-Seals. Sinful's going to go down here. And we see Sinful here has very little ult charge. Party Rooster probably just about to get his ultimate here. But I hate to say it's Sinful. Pulling out an AKM blade, maybe, is taken very long for that. I hate to say it. But Lucio, Peppermint has already got his ult. Here we go. It's probably going to be a final push here from Don't Envious here. They're going to have probably about 3 ults to use, so they will have 3 ults to use here. So let's see, will that be able to do anything here? Oh, Lil Pepper already gets the pick early here, down to 13 seconds. Pepper gets 2, in fact, actually. Let's see, how will they do? We're down to 7 seconds, now 6. Will anyone even touch the point here? It looks like Don't Envious, they will be able to touch the point here. But will they be able to win it? Oh, Fluffy took down himself and Party Rooster. Grip's going to go down early, gets rezzed up though. And there's the Transcendence coming out. Peppermint's the only one on point. Down he'll go. D-Seals just going to come in for a last second contest and more than likely get burned down here. Doesn't have the Primal Rage. And so it'll be a full hold here for Oasis Esports.
Complete.
Yeah, coming into the last fight there, it seemed like they became very disorganized in the last few seconds of that. You saw D-Seals go in without his team. A lot of that was thankfully due to the ice wall coming out from Oasis's side of things. But at the same time, he did have the capability with the dive team to go over that wall. However, he seemed to dive early, and they sealed him off. And from there, it was just seemed like almost mistakes after mistakes coming out from both from their team. And once D Seals was down, they had to rush the point, unfortunately, and they were just out of time. And they didn't have time to react. You saw Diva waste her rockets, get charged off by Fuffy, and then wasted the ult. Not much she really could have done with it, but unfortunately that just put them in a bad situation as well because both tanks were down and they were just healers on point.
Right. All right. So we're gonna get set here about now. It looks like Don't Envy Us are kind of gonna go all in. Bastion is gonna be their sole DPS. So well, it's going to be interesting to see how that dynamic will work out for them. It's the Bastion.
Yeah.
I mean, do you like Bastion? I very much like Bastion. Bastion's one of my favorite characters.
Personally, in my opinion, Huey, I gotta say, Bastion to me is a bit gimmicky coming into the game. He's a great character and really well designed, but he doesn't really have a whole lot going for him, especially at the higher levels of gameplay. He's very easy to take out by a lot of the characters and stuff, and once you just knock him down, it's very difficult to get him set back up because at that point the team will most likely be rushing that position in full force. The enemy will. And so, in a lot of ways, I don't like Bastion. A good Bastion player can really change the pace of a game, however, and that's an undeniable fact. It'll be interesting to see what they do here and what Tyler is going to be able to do on that Bastion.
Yep, that's right. Although I will have to say, not a bad pick, especially for 5v6. You're just going to have to invest all your materials into them.
However, coming out from them here, you'd think they might have been taking the high ground, but it looks like they're going to try to prevent them from being able to early rush the point by sitting on the left there. So we'll have to see how they do this, but it looks like they're waiting to see if they can rotate around because it seems like they're expecting a rush to the point.
Yep, so we're going to get set here. Here comes Oasis. They're kind of pushing in. Oh, Maywall just going to wall him off immediately. Fluffy comes in, charged right into the wall here, and the engagement now going to move on to the point here. Lil Pepper going to get taken out immediately by that guy, Tyler. Lil Pepper try and go in and engage. Still an even fight here, though, for Oasis, so let's see. How will that do? Party Vision gets charged immediately. Bastion's going to go down to the Roadhog hook, and I think that's going to be it. It will. 2 picks, and that's going to be it. Oasis Esports will take map 1 here.
Yeah, that was a fantastic last push coming out from them there. I think for what they had, Don't Envy has put up a very good fight coming into that. I think Bastion played a little bit far back coming into that fight as well. I think if he had been in a bit of a better position there, maybe a little bit further up, he would have been able to do more against the Ryan and the Maywall because the output of damage that Bastion has is so high. He is the only character in the game that I can think of that can reliably shred a Maywall very quickly. And he had that opportunity and it was not taken advantage of properly. But beyond that, it was a very good attempt, very valiant attempt coming out from them to try to go and take on the 6-man stack that was Oasis. They got a very nice early pick on Little Pepper, and they had a really good opportunity there to take it back. And I would have loved to have seen them capitalize on that because I would have loved to see that fight go longer, in all honesty. I would have loved to see how they had made use of the Bastion ult as well as the Ryan and other ults to combo together. But it's unfortunate that we didn't get to see that.
Yep, so it looks like we're going to get set here. Britboy looks to be coming in here. I believe so. He's just joined the match, and he played against my team, MSXL, last time, so maybe he'll be coming in as the sub for Don't Envy Us.
They're just requesting that you update the stream colors. Did you take care of that?
The stream colors?
Yeah, I'm assuming that where the name placement is because they're rotating the name placement.
Okay, yeah. So I'll be ready to use my other one. So Oasis will be on the red side here. And
yeah, I believe so.
Envious will be on the blue. Hopefully it won't be. They have someone sitting on the bench, Skeleton.
Well, he can't play, I guess. I think he's too high a level or something.
He is too high SR. That's a...
I don't know. He tried to play and they told him no. I think it's because he's not on the active roster is what it is.
He isn't on the active roster. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, well, also, we're missing people from Don't Envy Us. I'm sorry. Britboy is from is from Oasis. I'm sorry. Got that one wrong. But Britboy is going to come in fact, here. But don't believe any other changes have been made. Oh, Lil Pepper he came out for Britboy. And Don't Envy Us, they do not have the 6th here. So it looks like I'll tell them that we're ready to go here as casters.
Yeah, I know we're live right now. I just want to say from now on, if I have anything to say, I'm just going to put it in the chat, like private, because I think we have a channel for ourselves. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So just gonna tell them we're ready to go here, and it's very interesting here. So it's a shame that we have to see another 5v6. I mean, we saw one yesterday, I believe. It was a 4v6. I have to say, at least Don't Envious are trying, unlike Los Muertos last time, where they just sat in the room and they did nothing. They just danced and kind of felt like a waste of time for everyone there. I believe when the casters they had work to do, but and they wanted to cast a match, except they couldn't because, or I mean they could, but it wasn't. There wasn't even an attempt made there. So, be interesting to see how that will go. I guess we're gonna take a short break here, not too long, since we're still waiting and we haven't received word on whether we're ready or not. So when we come back, we will be heading to Ilios control point. Oasis looking for the 2-0 lead. Don't Envious looking to tie it up at 1 apiece. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back, everyone. We're here in Lijiang Tower. We do have a mistake written. It says Ilios on the maps on the little scorecard, but we're actually heading to Lijiang Tower. I printed the wrong ones out here. But we're gonna see here Oasis here on the red. They're on the right side here, and Don't Envy Us. They are in the blue here on the left, and Oasis are currently up 1-0. So, Oasis here, currently, again, they are the number 4 seed currently, right now, and they are looking to just hold on to a victory. Looking to, win out here, especially since they're so close to the playoffs. Don't Envy Us, they're fighting a 5v6 right now, so it's going to be very difficult for them to come back in this. But we'll see how this goes for them. What do you want to see here from Don't Envy Us? Even though they're fighting a 5v6, we always want to see a big fight coming on. What do you
Well,
see?
really coming into this match here, they pretty much have almost the same comp going, and they do have the Ana as variance, but that's their only healer. Meanwhile, Oasis is doing double tank and quad healer, which is really interesting. So they're just gonna power on through. But the thing is, it's really gonna rely, I think, on Sinful to really make a difference coming out from Envious here. And he already gets this really early pick here. Very quickly turning. I'll let you take over from here, my friend.
Well, Harry, here we go. It's very surprising here seeing Don't Envious. They're winning the fight right now. Doomfist, is he able to get 2? Hey, there it is. And they really just took that fight straight to him. And kind of Oasis Esports, they're kind of confident they tried to run. Their plan was to really just pocket the 2 tanks. Didn't work out. They didn't have any DPS whatsoever. As I believe it was Sinful. Yeah, he popped his ult. So that's a very interesting use of ult there. Here we go. We're just going to have some poking going around here. Tyler gets a stun in. We're going to see here. Sinful. He was looking for the kill on Pseudo, just wasn't able to get it here. More stuns going around here. Oh, Grip going to take down Tyler. Oh, but there's the Shatter. Let's see how many people will go down to it. It's going to take down 2. D-Seals, though, pays for his own life. Sinful came in the last second. Oh, gets bubbled as well here. Oh, won't make it out. Fluffy able to take him down. And now it's just going to be the Zarya and the Ana here for Don't Envious, just retreating back to the point as here come the Oasis Esports reinforcements. So here we go, fight going on in the middle. Brit Boy, oh, here comes the high noon. Let's see, will we get anybody? They will, and Oasis, they're going to be able to take this one down. A lot of ults invested, though, about 4.
Yeah, once again, that extra man advantage coming through very heavily for them there. But I also have to say, I think Don't Envious really pushed their advantage a little bit hard there. They had a great ult coming out from there. Reinhardt there, D-Seals. He did an amazing shatter. Got like 5 people with that one shatter. However, he over-capitalized on it. He took the charge right away instead of starting to swing on these people. And unfortunately, that really put him at a disadvantage because he was taken down. And although they got the picks, that spawn advantage came in once again for Oasis. But Sinful, once again, making that impact for his team.
Nate gets 2 kills here. He's looking for a 3rd. He will get a 3rd. He's looking for a 4th. Wasn't able to get it here. And this is a very winnable fight here for Don't Envious here. It is very surprising here. No one on the point, though, capping. As all they have to do is take down Panda Bear Kev. And the point should be theirs here. Now Pseudo comes in now. Now they got one more challenger to face on the point. And it looks like, yep, they will have the point. And it looks like Don't Envious, or correction, Oasis Esports are just going to back out of here.
Yeah, Don't Envious is doing a fantastic job right now, playing into this right now and just trying to take one person down or something. Doomfist is an excellent pick just for that reason, but once again, they're taking the fight to them, and they are losing that fight. This is it. This is their best opportunity to take a map off of Oasis Esports right now, in my opinion. These are super useful. You don't need that many people to defend the point once you have it. You really want to just maintain control of the point, and I would like to see them kind of playing a bit further back. But once again, Don't Envious is in the lead right now, and they're doing a fantastic job of utilizing what they had to get that early pick.
Right, so it'll be very interesting to see here. Oh, Doomfist, not able to get a pick here early on, gets immediately stunned by almost everything. It seemed like, really, there, to be honest. And it looks like it'll be another reset here for Don't Envious.
Yeah, they trying to come out once again. They're trying to make that Doomfist have a really big impact on the game, and that's going to be probably their safest bet to have a big impact on the game. Doomfist is a fantastic character just for the fact that he can one-shot. He takes a very high skill level to play to that effect, but at the same time, that first pick is huge for Don't Envious. So Doomfist is a fantastic pick coming out from them here, and if he can get those first picks again, they're going to be able to retake the point. But if he's unable to get those picks and the ults and stuff like that, they're not going to be able to take it.
Well, first, Don't Envious, they got to just make it onto the point here. They will. They get 3. High Noon going to be questionably invested there. We'll get Ana, though. Maybe was that going to be what can win the fight? And it will be. Fluffy just going to go down here. They do have 3. Oh, there's the Shatter. Only going to get Sinful, though. Oh, Panda Bear Kev went for the teabag. And down he goes, or he's getting pushed away now. Sinful trying to get him. Here we go. 5 seconds remaining.
They may have backed off a bit too far there. We'll have to see if they're able to get back on in time, but it does not look like they're going to be able. Don't Envious takes that. That is an amazing play by them.
That
is amazing work.
that is a great job there by Don't Envious. They have a lot of CC on their team. They had the Brigitte, they have the Reinhardt, they have the Anna Sleep, and they also have the Doomfist hit. That a lot of that will push them away from the point. And I saw Doomfist there. He was doing a great job there, just pushing them off the point, along with Brigitte, trying to stun them if they just walked past him. And then Zarya is the only one, just doesn't have any movement abilities, and just could not get onto the point. And that was a big factor. That was a big win there for Don't Envious here. And they're definitely looking to come back
they have
here.
a huge opportunity to just take this map away from Oasis in this next fight. We're probably going to see the team fight start here for a minute, but I'll pass it off to you in a second. But the thing is to understand too, I think if Oasis spends just a bit more time grouping up, they can both maintain the point and such like that. Because if they just can stay on point and subjugate that Doomfist, they're going to have a real nice, easy time of just winning this match. We'll have to see.
Right, well, Panda Bear Kev here swapped over to the Pharah, gets the pick early, so now it's a 4v6 here, and they're trying to just mitigate the Doomfist there. Although Sinful, he's getting two. He cannot be stopped, can he? Now let's see. He's kind of being surrounded here. Down he'll go, and now it's just Party Rooster, who will probably fall to the Pharah here. Now,
yeah, unfortunately, the point. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Huey.
I'm sorry. What do you think went wrong there for Don't Envious, or what do you think just Oasis did like much better than them?
I have to admit, Oasis is starting. As I said, they need to use their number advantage much more effectively here, because even if they go down one guy, they haven't lost the team fight yet, because it just puts them at an equal level of Don't Envious. So I'd like to see them doing a little bit more to kind of stall out or stun the Doomfist and push him away, because that's what's really winning Don't Envious the fight, is that Doomfist. Allowing them to get big picks, use the Zarya bubble, stuff like that, but DSeal's really getting nice charges. Once again, they're being a bit too aggressive, moving out of position, and it's really costing them here.
Yep, Sinful there. He got three there, and now it's just Pharah. Pharah's gonna fall down. Moira looking to just stall the point here. And it seems like Don't Envious's offense, they kind of just revolves around. Doomfist gets a pick, and then we all kind of go in around that. And you see Panda Bear Kev, I feel like he's trying to mitigate that by trying to get their Anna first. But, I mean, what do you think of that strategy here?
I think it's a very effective strategy, and that's what I was talking about at the very beginning of the match as well, about Doomfist being such a huge asset for this team, is this one-shot kill is going to be absolutely huge for these teams. And the thing is this, they really do need to work better to mitigate this damage going out. They have a Zarya. I'd like to see them using that Zarya bubbles and stuff, and maybe her taking the hits from the Doomfist as such, and utilizing that to a further advantage. Doomfist isn't often seen played, so right now you're seeing a fantastic team fight. Once again, the number advantage just coming through for Oasis, and if they can just take effect of that and prevent that early pick, in fact, turn it around, maybe using those Zarya bubbles, we're probably going to see Oasis turn this around very quickly.
Right.
But Sinful is just doing a fantastic job on that Doomfist, getting those picks and allowing his team to move in and on the advantage.
Oh yeah, he definitely did. Ripboy, though, at the beginning of that fight, was able to pick up Sinful, and that really was a big factor in them winning this here, and winning that team fight here. As here we go, we're approaching in, probably probably around 2 to 3 team fights remaining here, or maybe just one, depending on how much they're willing to give up here. Oh, DSeal goes and takes out Panda Bear Kev. It's an even fight still, but losing the Pharah is big here. Graviton's going to be invested here, and let's see, that's 2, that's 3. And now it's just the tanks. Zarya is going to go down. That's a clean team kill here. And I think that might just be it here, as we have 10 seconds remaining. I don't know if anyone's going to be able to
believe
take the
they
point.
might have an opportunity to get back on here. It's very unlikely. It's going to come down to that Tracer to see if they can get back on, which they were able to do. I don't know if you noticed though, but Peppermint got an amazing sleep on the Pharah of the initial fight there that allowed for DSeal to get that charge onto Panda Bear, which was a beautiful shot. It was a beautiful shot.
This is incredible here. This is a good match here, even though it's 5v6. This map, at least, very impressive here. As it's 1-1 here, it's do or die here, at least on Lijiang Tower. As we're gonna get set here, we are gonna see Sinful. He's gonna swap over to the Pharah here, probably to go up against the other Pharah. I think Panda Bear Kev, his Pharah has been a big factor into. Oh, he's gonna swap over to Sombra here. Very interesting. I believe the Pharah was a very big factor in them winning, because they didn't have, Don't Envious, they didn't have anything to stop it, but we'll see how that impacts them here. As here we
It's
go.
going to be interesting to say coming into this fight here because once again, it's just that number advantage. You have an extra character on the field, so we'll have to see how really the Sombra plays into Oasis's thing here because once again, that Mercy might try for the res, but you have that hack to stop it. You have those interesting things. This fight's going to be pretty quickly over, I think, and it looks like Don't Envious is going to choose to reset with most of their players.
Oh yeah, but definitely is. Fluffy, he got 2 to start it off. He got the Pharah and he got the Mercy, and that is a big way to start it off. I think Peppermint here might get staggered, although it won't matter too much because Don't Envious, or correction, Oasis, they haven't kept the point. They finally do. Give up a lot of free time there, which, you know, may not be too much right now, but it very well could be in the future. As Sinful, he swapped over to the Genji here. It's going to be very interesting to see how he will work with that. Panda Bear Kev still on that Sombra. He's very close to ult there at 80. And here we go. We're going to get the team engagement here. Fluffy and Britboy able to get 2 picks early to start it off, and it'll be a reset here for Don't Envious.
Yeah, this is really what I like to see coming out from Oasis right now. They started grouping up a bit more and being a little bit more tight-knit with their characters. I think it's because of the character choices that they picked, but you don't see as many one person off on their own, another person here that's going to allow it, and they don't have the Doomfist anymore as well, which means those one picks really aren't going to be happening as often here.
Right, well, we see Panda Bear Kev here. He's in the back here. And there's the EMP coming out and a Shatter combo as well. And that is going to be another team wipe here for Oasis. And we'll get another reset here as 50 seconds have gone by in this round here.
Yeah, they're doing much better. What's up?
What did you think of that play there? But the Sombra, the EMP, the Shatter?
I mean, it's always going to be a very powerful combo coming into this, especially against them, who they don't really have anybody who can get away without that. So they're being put into a situation where they don't have a lot of options. And that Sombra is being integral to just shut down the tank line, shut down that. And I mean, even without that, you're looking at a Reinhardt against Reinhardt, and Sombra, her ability set just allows her to shut that down. The mind games, there's no more Reinhardt mind games, as we call them. Being a Ryan main myself, I love those. But unfortunately, Sombra is a really strong pick right now in this meta, and it's beautiful to see her getting more play. And when used effectively, she's just devastating against tank teams.
Fluffy able to just take out Sinful. He had his blade too. Wasn't able to hit. Party Booster gets the kill on Mercy though. They're still down 4v6. There's a High Noon coming out. I don't think it killed anybody though. Oh, and it's just Anna on the point now to contest. Tracer coming in just a second here to just do some last second contesting. Get hacked. Oh, let's see. Oh, gets shattered immediately. Sinful tried to pull out the blade, and Panda and Britboy, correction, he said no. You're not. We are going to be taking a 2-0 lead here. 1 win away from a victory, or a final score victory here.
Yeah, that was some really high-level play, though, on the first map there coming out from Don't Envious. It was really good to see them being able to take at least 1 point away from Oasis here in a 5v6. It was really nice to see that for a change and see just the high level of play coming out from them. There were mistakes on both sides, to be sure, but it was very enjoyable at the fact that, you know, they were able to take advantage of the abilities that they had at their disposal to even the playing field even just a little bit.
All right, so next map again here, it's going to be Horizon Lunar Colony. Again, the scoreboards I have are incorrect here. I'll have to change that right now. But right now as well, though, looks right now, Envious is going to have a 6th. Don't Envious will have a 6th person here. And if they want to come back, I mean, that's a big way to start, just getting 6 people.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, 66 is really going to allow them to bring this back. We'll have to wait and see what happens coming out from Oasis versus Don't Envious here. Oasis is now at a huge advantage, but I might actually see Don't Envious making a comeback from this. It's really going to come down to, once again, the DPS playing and stuff. Sinful is really, on fire right now coming out from the game. And going back into this match here, I'm really excited to see what Don't Envious is going to be able to come up with and utilize both Sinful as well as the rest of their team's lineup to go against Oasis and hopefully either bring it back for a map 5 or possibly win it all.
All right. Yep. So we're gonna get set here. We're gonna take. All right. I don't know. I think we're just gonna hop into this map right now. All right, but we're gonna just take a quick break here. We'll be right back. Horizon Lunar Colony is next. All right, welcome back, everybody. We're here on the moon. We've taken a rocket ship up, so then we can go see the home of everyone's favorite gorilla or monkey, Winston.
He is a scientist, Huey.
I'm very sorry, but yeah, but very interesting news to also develop here. Don't envy us. Now they have 6 people here. It's going to be very interesting to see how that will go for them. They're down 2-0 right now in the score. 1 map loss here will end this game here. So what are you going to be expecting here now that Don't Envy Us? They have 6 people. Now it's a very good fighting chance. Last map was very close, 1-2. And they still fought 5v6. Now they get 6 people, and you're going on to Horizon Lunar Colony. What are your thoughts? Do you think Don't Envy Us can come back here now?
Coming into this map, especially because it's Horizon Lunar Colony, and this map has usually and reflectively favored both the attackers and defenders based on the updates and such like that. I think they have a very good chance of taking it back now. wonder if the last map was a lot of Oasis messing around because they had a 65 and trying new things. But I think Don't Envious played very, very well going into Lijiang. So I'm really wondering what they're going to be capable of. I was really impressed with the tank line of Don't Envious. So I want to see how they play on here because tanks can be very, very important coming into Horizon Lunar Colony. And the team fight's about to start here, and they're about to move right on in.
Yep, alright, so here we go. It's going to be Oasis. They're holding up onto this top left if you're looking for the defenders. Panda Bear Kev, early pick already. Very interesting to see Don't Envious here. They push up, they're going to back out now. Or they try to get the res off. They couldn't. BritBoy is going to go down in this exchange along with D-Seals, although BritBoy might be big. Nope, Skeleton going to res him up right now here. So let's get set here. They're going to reset here. And it looks like that guy Tyler going to get staggered here. What do you think went wrong there for Don't Envious?
I don't think it's so much what went wrong for Don't Envious. I think it's so much more what went right for Oasis there. Because we're looking at Oasis right now, and Oasis has the Rat, Fluffy playing the Rat right now, and Rat is going to be huge against this team because these guys are going to be wanting to take tight corridors because they're playing a very brawly comp, which means that Rat is just going to become really powerful. And then you have Panda Bear, who gets the early pick coming into that fight, and that's going to be huge too. We see them trying a different strategy here, and I want to see how it's going to work out. It looks like they're going to rotate to the point, and the team fight's probably going to begin very soon.
Yep, they're going to be pushing in here into this left side here if you're going from the attacker spawn. Fluffy already has the Junkrat ult. They're all grouped up together. It'll be interesting to see when he'll use that. DC charged in. Oh, and there's the Shatter coming up in the back. Immediately wiped out by that guy Tyler, though. He gets both tanks kind of out of their form here. Fluffy going to take down Party Rooster here. Still even fight here as Mercy for Don't Envious is going to get the res off there. Trimar gets taken out. Baby D.Va gets 2 kills on the Mercy and the... Oh, make that 3 kills. Got the Mercy, the Hanzo, and the Reinhardt here. And it's going to be a great hold here for Oasis now. 2 minutes.
Yeah, that was a very close play coming out from Oasis to make the save on that point. Fluffy's tire really didn't have as much impact as you would hope it would have in that fight, and they had a huge opportunity to really take that back. I think if they had been a bit more aggressive and been able to force the Mercy off the point, because right now they currently don't really have any hit scans on their thing. They do have that guy Tyler for Don't Envious as the Hanzo, but that's a hard pick to make, even for a Hanzo.
Oh, Panda Bear Kev gets 2 here. It's going to be very interesting. Make that 3 kills there. They're still pushing on here. Oh, interesting use of the D.Va ult there. And Sinful just going to get onto the point here, just kind of trying to fight that out. Down he'll go, and it's another reset here for Don't Envious. Panda Bear Kev has been absolutely on fire on this map here. I mean, he really has. He's really been opening these team fights up for them, getting early picks, and he's looking for...
Yeah, coming into these fights, there is almost no reason really that those picks should be coming out from Don't Envious's side, and we really don't want to see that because they do have 2 different barrier tanks, and you really should not be seeing it, like, whether it's close. But once again, you have Fluffy on the Rat just really dispositioning this team from behind. You got Ryan getting knocked around, you got Zen getting knocked around, and them trying constantly different things. But once again, Panda just getting these early picks to the fight, and you can't...
Gets 2 D-Seals though. He gets the Ryan charge there. It's still kind of contested. Both Transcendence comes out. Here comes Fluffy's tire. Will it be able to get anybody? It doesn't look like it will get the Mercy, and that is another lost fight.
That's a very important pick to make. Always go for the Mercy first chance you get. But a Party is out of position here. He's gonna get caught. This is gonna be a huge stagger coming out from Don't Envious, but they want to just get to the point. They got 4 seconds.
Yep.
They just want to get
It's just gonna be that guy Tyler here. Can he do it? Can he do the 1v6 on point here? Oh, it gets shattered, and it won't be it. And Don't Envious are gonna get full held here by Oasis Esports on Horizon Lunar Colony. Big thanks to Panda Bear Kev, because he's been absolutely lighting it up on Widowmaker here in this round especially.
Yeah, I think Panda Bear did a fantastic job coming down on the Widow. As I said, I think it was more of the combination, though, of the DPS characters on there. The tank line really didn't have to flex too much on that one. They didn't really have to flex their strength coming out for Oasis there. There was a good couple plays coming out, like you saw BritBoy there making a counter charge to D-Seal's ultimate there as well. But you really saw Panda Bear shining, in my opinion, because you saw them working really well together. You had Fluffy dispositioning them, and Panda just nailing those headshots, body shots, and the like. And it was fantastic to see that working together very well. And as usual, you got your pocket mercies. And it was fantastic. Fantastic seeing that coming out, really, and just working the way it's intended. And it seemed like it went exactly how they wanted that to go.
Right, alright, so we're going to see a composition here from Oasis. They're going to be running the GOATS comp, the 3-3 here. So they're looking for just to just get on the point and just win quick and early here. But don't envy us here. They do have a little bit of a counter to that. You know, they have the Junkrat, they have the Orisa, they have Widowmaker as well. That's a lot of damage being thrown in here, especially Junkrat. I think Junkrat is going to be the big factor here in maybe defending the GOATS comp here and maybe tying this game up. You know, even though actually I believe don't envy us. They're gonna lose this game, regardless. It'll be a match loss, but you know, this is just for morale here now, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, unfortunately, coming into this right now, this draw has basically already sealed their fate, and the match is already going to lose, and it's going to be for map differential from this point moving forward. It's still a good idea for them to take that, though, because they can remain ahead in map differential, I believe, if they are able to take this one. Unfortunately, however, it's going to be a uphill battle coming here, once again playing into Rat with a very beefy comp like this, but at the same time, that Orisa could end up hurting Don't Envy is coming into this, too, because of the fact that the low mobility shifts and stuff like that might allow them to just walk right on over them.
Yeah, here we go.
But it looks like they might not even challenge the
They're
point.
Just getting on the point here. Panda Bear Kev takes out Sinful, and D-Seals goes down. Mercy gonna try and get a res off, but oh, he will actually. And somehow D-Seals gets resed up here. But
yeah,
this
but he is
like a team fight
biffed into the wall there.
Yep.
That is unfortunate. It seemed like they almost waited a bit too long to take on to that fight there. And I think if they had managed to either move back to their point and hold the point a bit quicker or whatnot and prevent them from getting on, it might have gone a bit more their way. But overall, they did their best, and it was a fantastic couple plays coming out from them there. They had some great ults, especially the Reinhardt coming into that there, and they did make an attempt. But Panda Bear was just on top of things here, landing headshots, as you can see. People getting displaced, and just overall just working together very well, and that's why they won this match.
Yep, so Oasis gonna move on 3-0. They will have their first positive winning stage in Owlet here. After going 3-3 in stage 1 and 2, they will now go advance to 4-2 on the stage, and 9-7, or 10-8 on the season. So very great job there by Oasis, just holding on firmer to that nice 4th seed and playoffs. All they have to do now, final 6 games. They're 3 games ahead of Don't Envy Us right now. With this result, who Don't Envy Us will move to 7-11 on the season. Rinse and Shine, they are going to be playing their match later tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern. Speaking of which, here are the upcoming matches here. Banned, by the way, first Click Foreheads at 9 p.m. Eastern. That's going to be very interesting to match to watch here. If you are watching either of these teams, if you're a fan of either of these teams, which I assume you would be, Rinse and Shine versus Deadlock Gang is going to be just not only a big matchup for this game because of Rinse and Shine's implications, but also just a big game overall in the Snowy Division, as Deadlock Gang currently the #1 team in the division right now, I believe. So it'll be very interesting to see that, as we're going to take a break here before we head off to our final map, which will be Watchpoint Gibraltar. So we'll take a break. We'll be right back. All right, everybody, welcome back here. We've now come back from the moon. We took the rocket ship that is parked over at Point C in Watch Point Gibraltar here. We're gonna get set here. This one kind of just for map differential. That's kind of all it is really here. Deadlock Gang on the blue. They're gonna be starting out on the defense here.
It's not Deadlock.
Correction. Don't envy us. I'm sorry. There's been quite a few games I've casted. I'm really sorry about that. Don't envy us. But so Oasis, they've got this win in the bag. Looking for the clean 4-0. This is going to be a great a great bounce back win for them, considering that they, no offense, I mean not to toot my own team's horn, got thrashed by MSXL. But also don't envy us. It's interesting because now you're 3 games behind. 6 games left to go in the regular season. But I mean, again, anything can happen. So here we go. Let's get started here. It's Oasis Esports. They're going to be diving here onto the bridge here. And we're going to get a little bit of a brawl going on the bridge. Oh, DCL is going to go down, but Sinful trades his own life for it. Or gets Britboy, correction. And here we go. It's more fighting going on. And don't envy us. It looks like they're going to have this fight won. Party Rooster got 2. And it's going to be a reset here for Oasis. Alright, so what are your thoughts on that fight, really? Kind of a little bit kind of sloppy, kind of just up on there.
Well, coming out of the gate, they did a fantastic job of making that initial push, but they really didn't have the damage follow-up there. They've chosen to kind of go for, your Pharah and your stuff like that, which are going to be your long-range things. Meanwhile, we have the classic dive really coming out from Don't Envy Us, which is basically put as much damage in one area as possible at a time, which means that you're going to have a hard time if you're diving into that with just a Winston and a D.Va. There's more damage being pumped in at a closer range there within the Winston bubbles than you could actually imagine. So they're going to have to be really careful coming in there. They're going to have to take these fights one at a time, just like they are right now, actually. And they're kind of clearing it out one at a time, taking people down. And they're doing a really good job about that.
Yep. Oh, Party Rooster able to get Mercy down there. Won't really do too much, though, as he'll kind of retreat out. And he gets demeched as well here, so staggered there. But Britboy, he got 2 to kind of open up that fight there. It's great to see. So here we go as we get set now. It's another reset here for Envious. As the Britboy here, he's kind of up here. He's trying to 1v1 the Genji right now. Can he do it? Oh, both ults going to be popped out from each of them. Sinful's going to go down though to Britboy. And here we go. But we have another engagement going on the point here. Panda Bear Kev got D-Seals. The D.Va bomb going to be invested there. That's an interesting choice there. Again, Party Rooster kind of going to get staggered. That guy Tyler tried to go for the fast one on Grip, but gets taken out almost immediately here.
Yeah, coming into this next fight here, Oasis actually has a huge advantage because Point 2 on Gibraltar is very known to be very, almost, if that makes sense to you, it's very easy for a team to roll over another team if they gain the advantage early on, and that's exactly what they did. Unfortunately, though, Don't Envy Us is going to have that reset come in for themselves because of the fact that they got rolled so far, so we'll have to see how they make use of that. But once again, Fluffy gets a very early pick using the pharmacy to take out that guy, but it seems like the backline is about to get obliterated by Don't Envy Us' squad here.
Yep, it definitely will. D-Seals came in along with Sinful to pick up about 4, make that 5 now kills. And that's a good way to stop, although they did push the cart very far. And at the beginning of that fight, you saw it was Fluffy. He was looking to get an ult off and to kind of just really just seal it in that we have Point 2. But immediately jumped up, and he was able to get the pick onto that guy Tyler, although that left the entire backline exposed. As you said, D-Seals just jumped in immediately, and oh, Panda Bear Kev gets the quick pick onto that guy Tyler. As you can see here, though, they're gonna dive onto him. Don't Envy Us here. Fluffy gets the ult off, only gonna get Trimar with the high noon. Sinful gets 1 there. That's a good pick though. And oh, right now,
interestingly enough, it seems like a back cap might be happening.
Will they be able to do it? It's just Reinhardt now, and no, they won't. But they got very, very close there. Britboy gonna try and now escape with his life, and he will not. That's a big stagger there. 10 seconds that Oasis is gonna have to wait to attack again.
Yeah, that was a somewhat interesting play coming down from Oasis. That's what they might have intended from the start with how long they were spending on that point. The issue with this plan is the fact that you're diving in with such vigor and stuff, and you might get one pick, but you need at least 2 or 3 to make that dive worth it, because you're losing your entirety of your back line, your healers and such like that, to the counter divers coming out from Don't Envious. And if you keep losing your back line like that without being able to pick up kills, you're going to have a hard time strengthening it up. Now, you might get a back cap, but now that you've kind of done it once, Don't Envious is kind of going to be on the lookout for this, and they're not really going to give him that opportunity. But we're actually seeing that guy also making a swap over to Rat, which might be smart because he hasn't been winning those Widow duels as much as he'd like.
Right, it's very interesting. Panda Bear Kev, he got 3 headshots there to open this fight up. It's just the Ana on the point here. Oh, correction, now Winston and Zenyatta going to join him, and the rest of Don't Envious will help reinforce this second defense. Though Fluffy able to get the kill onto Sinful, there's no res for that. But he'll trade his own life for that, and now Oasis, they just got to regroup here. It's starting to get a little
as I said, point B is one of those points, if you can't roll it, oftentimes teams will get caught up right where Oasis is getting caught up right now at the end of the map, and it's very difficult to overcome that wall of being able to just bypass it and do that. And what you really need to do is you need to get those picks, and you need to be able to move in on them like right about now.
Right, alright, well, DCL is able to take down Britboy early here. The high noon, I expect here it comes. Oh, he got the Mercy, but Panda Bear Kev killed him almost immediately after here. And we're going to get a fight onto the point here. It's kind of just Britboy. Now it's the Baby Diva. Going to go out of the mech here. Winston on the point here. Just him by himself, though. He'll go down immediately to Britboy. And now it's just Junkrat, who will probably just be waiting for reinforcements. But it looks like,
that's about the end of this fight for now, and it seems like Don't Envious is going to have to reset coming into the next fight here. But they did a fantastic job there. Unfortunately, they did lose Mercy pretty early on. I think if they had been able to do more to stop the Reinhardt there from being able to, but Britboy got a fantastic shatter coming out. He got 3, and he was able to capitalize on that on his own, actually. He didn't charge or do anything fancy, but he was able to get the Fire Strike off and just get the Ana, as well as, I believe it was the Trimitar right off the start there, and it was very nice to see that happen.
Let's see here. Can Panda Bear Kev open things up with a pick? And Sinful able to get the pick onto the. He's going to get picked off by Pseudo here. So that's the first pick. Diva Bomb going to come in from Oasis. Gets the Zenyatta. That's a good pick there to start the set here. Nano boosted Ryan. That guy Tyler. I think he's in the back line. Oh, he got 1 on the Mercy. Party Rooster going to go out of neck here, and this is kind of just a spread out fight. Junkrat going to go down. It's just Baby Diva. Down will go Baby Diva. Now Genji's the only one here on the point. Is Zenyatta coming in to support, I believe, anytime soon?
Yeah, they're just looking to make a little bit of progress here while the team fight kind of settles. There's a stagger coming out from the Genji, but there's also a missing Reinhardt. Britboy being in the back line.
Oh, man.
Panda gets the tire, however.
That's a
and another big shatter. Trying to make
Fluffy,
something happen.
As well there, very interesting to see. Here comes the Diva Bomb. Will it be able to get anyone? No, it won't. And Maywall kind of saved a lot of people. Oh, Britboy gets the pick onto Trimar, but he gets charged almost immediately after that here. Panda Bear Kev, though, he's trying his best. Now getting harassed by Sinful. And both support is going to come out here for Oasis. And Skeleton able to get the res off to Britboy here. Does Britboy have his ultimate? He does not. D-Seals, he got the hammer down off, but Britboy immediately charged him out of the way here. And here we go. It's just Lucio and Mei here, just the stall characters here.
Mei is a great character to stall the map, however. It's really going to come down to how she
Alright, so we're going to be very
freeze when no one else is around. If you freeze when no one else is around, you oftentimes will put yourself in the situation where as soon as you come out, you get focused down immediately. And unfortunately, without the team there, she's exactly that, a stall character to buy a few extra seconds to shave off the clock.
Alright, so it's going to be Oasis. They cap all 3. Just 12 seconds remaining, so they cut it pretty close there. In my opinion, they cut it close with the timing. I felt that point B. It was a little sloppy fight from kind of their side, but they're able to do it as well. But we'll get to see here if Don't Envious, if they can do it themselves, if they can cap 3 and send us to a round 2, or correction, I'll call them time bank rounds. So it'll be very interesting to see how that will go here. It looks like Oasis, they're going to be running double sniper here with Ryan, Diva, and Mercy and Zen, kind of standard here. But what are your thoughts there on Oasis Esports, their first push? I mean, that was a tremendous job by them.
I have to admit, they did they had a bit of a rough time going into the first and second point. They made a few mistakes coming in, and then they adjusted and very quickly that helped them change over. They were very, in my opinion, sloppy coming into the second point there. They had a couple really, really bad dives, and they weren't able to protect their backline properly. And Don't Envious was able to just capitalize on that repeatedly and repeatedly, fantastically doing so, actually, and being able to hold. And really, the ult economy came out, and they did get some good ults at the end there that really let them push through. But their last point push there was just very good. There was very few stop gaps in it, and they were just able to really run over Don't Envious towards the end there. And I think that was a very good job on their part.
Right, alright, so here we go here. It looks like it's going to be a dive comp here with Moira coming in from Don't Envious. It's going to be very interesting to see here. That guy Tyler is going to be very essential in this here, as he needs to get a pick here and win the Widow duels, so then that way his team can be set up for success here. As here we go.
Yeah, unfortunately though, as you can see, Oasis bit farther back, so they're trying to prevent that dive from coming in. So that guy Tyler is going to have a bit of a hard time trying to line up those shots, while he's just going to be walking into it. But he hasn't been noticed yet, and he might have an opportunity here if he can make it count.
Right, it's very interesting. That guy Tyler able to win the Widow duel this time here, as Don't Envious, they're just pushing the cart here. And finally now Reinhardt, he's coming in. He's the only one to contest those, so he'll more than likely get taken out early here. Yeah, he will. And they're going to even push this cart even further here. And the whole team, the whole Oasis Esports, they've just forgotten about the point here. And they're all dying one by one away from the point. Oh, Panda Bear Kev gets the kill onto that guy Tyler, though. So I don't think, as much as Panda Bear Kev has done tremendous work, I don't think he can carry 1v7 or 1v6.
Yeah. Coming into that fight there, it was a very nice, long, drawn-out fight coming out from Don't Envious' side there, and they were able to take opportunity with the fact that Oasis was really staying up for kind of the long haul there by sitting further back. And unfortunately, they just weren't able to realize, I think, the fruition of the plans that they were laying down there. Unfortunately, because thanks to that guy Tyler getting those early picks on the Widow, as well as the Mercy, they lost too many people coming into it, and it's good to see it aggressive. Unfortunately, Don't Envious has abandoned the payload right now, where they could be getting some valuable push time coming out by whether the Lucio or the Widowmaker.
Alright, very interesting to see here, though. They're winning the team fights a lot. Oh, Pseudo gets 2 with the bomb. That's a very big play there. Party Rooster going to also go out of mech here. The Dragons will just come down the middle, and I think this is going to be a reset here for Don't Envious.
Yeah, Don't Envious needs to pull out right now as far as they can. They need to try to regain the momentum they have, as well as get Sinful and DCLs out. Unfortunately, they had a huge opportunity by taking out all those people to really get some payload push going, but once again, they abandoned the payload by doing so. And while it was effective in the way that they were able to get kills, because no one was on the payload and because it wasn't moving, they weren't able to gain the ground. They might have been able to actually score coming into that there, as well as their team became too separated because somebody had to go back for it.
Alright, well, Oasis Esports, they pop both support ults into this, so they are pretty immune to most damage here. Here we come, Sinful. Can he get a big with this blade here? No, he got stunned immediately, but Fluffy is going to go down to that blade. Very surprisingly, DC is also going to take out the Reinhardt here. And now it's kind of just... Oh, here comes the Diva Bomb. Will it get anyone? Pseudo got a big one last time. Won't be able to. Kind of just using it to just get back into that mech here. Nothing really has gone on. Here's the Diva Bomb, this time coming out from Don't Envious. This is going to get Panda Bear Kev. And this will be a 0.1 for Don't Envious.
Yeah, I know some people might not have noticed it, but D-Seals was actually able to shut down BritBoy's ultimate from Reinhardt mid-ult there, and he was able to actually shut down the Earthshatter, which probably looked like it was actually going to be pretty huge. Right now, though, BritBoy is way out of position and can get staggered very hard from this team if they're able to stop him right now, and they are. They are able to pick it, so now Oasis is playing without a shield tank with 4:30 on the clock. This is an opportunity right now that Don't Envious is probably not going to want to give up. We'll have to see, though. Hopefully they won't have just abandoned the payload this time.
Right, they're kind of playing this a little passively here. I'm sure they're looking for a target to dive, and here it is. It's going to be the Widowmaker slash Merc. That guy, Tyler, able to pick up a kill onto Grip. Panda Bear Kev going to go down as well. Skeleton gets the rest onto Grip here, so they'll have both supports here, Oasis. We kind of just have a scrum kind of going on here, right near the rocket ship here. And here's the ult from BritBoy, and the Diva Bomb. This could be big, and it will be. It's going to get pick up too, the Baby Diva and the Lucio here. And now it's just DCLs and Peppermint. They will just fall off the map. And
Yeah, that was a smart choice coming out from them right now to go for the reset. As you can see, Simple is still actually deep within enemy territory, so hopefully he'll be able to meet up with his team, as well as actually the Widows. That guy Tyler has a pretty good position going into this. He might be able to take out Panda Bear right now, but we're gonna have to see how they choose to initiate this next fight coming into it here. But honestly, that was a very smart decision coming out from Peppermint and D-Seals there. They got the changes coming in, and I'm really looking forward to see some Brave Ryan battles coming here. But that was a beautiful ult combo from
no defensive ult here
Pseudo
coming
Brit.
in. And let's see, can Simple get anything? No, he doesn't. He gets shut down almost immediately. And here comes Skeleton with the ult. Britboy also gets one as well here. So let's see, Pseudo gonna get another. Oh, that guy Tyler able to pick up the last kill on Fluffy, so it won't do too much else as that guy Tyler gets taken out by Panda Bear Kev here, and it is another reset here for Oasis. Or correction, don't
Yeah, unfortunately they were playing into a Brigida ult there, which is one of the most powerful ults in the game right now, Huey. It's very difficult as a Genji, as a Winston, as whatever really to play into that because of all the armor that is generated going into that there. You really just kind of want to hold, but it was very smart on their side to pull that ult there to put it down. But now you can kind of see the ult economy is slowly starting to shift now. Once again, Oasis has a setup here, but we see a great ult coming out from D-Seals here. It's going to be how he takes care of it. Counter shatter.
It's going to be very interesting here to see how will this work, and it's going to be very clearly Don't Envious going to be winning this here. Although Sinful, can he back cap? No, he won't. Won't be able to. Just try and grab as much ult charge as he
Yeah,
can
they're being
before.
very careful about that, it seems. They're really watching their payload, trying to make sure that they don't get back capped on. Unfortunately, that was a great ult coming out from D-Seals there, but once again, he got a bit too aggressive right off the start there with probably the charge, and I'd say, you know, unfortunately, you know, you can't do anything when that counter shatter comes back out when you're dead.
Yep, alright, so here we go. We get set. It's about 2 minutes to go here. A little under 2 minutes.
Yeah, looking at about maybe 3 fights till the end, if they're lucky.
Yep, so we'll get to see here, Don't Envious, they just need to push it to that 3rd point to force extra time rounds here. And here we go, we're kind of just having some poke damage here going on. Fair trying to flank around the backside here. Sinful close to ults, doesn't have it. Oh, the Genji ult gonna come in here. Panda Bear Kev, he gets 2 and is gonna deny Lucio that ult there. That guy Tyler took him out though. It won't matter too much as it'll be another reset here for Don't Envious.
Yeah, at this point, they're maybe looking at maybe 1 fight. Maybe if they're lucky, they might get 2 if they're able to get to the point. Unfortunately, though, the old economy once again turning against them here because if you look at Oasis right now, 5 out of their 6 people are sitting on or about to come onto their ults here. And that's going to make this next push very, very important. They got to get some early picks here, and they got to push it in before those ults come out. They got to get those picks before those ults are able to come out, and they crush them.
Here we go. Here's the Graviton. Both Gravitons are going to come out here, and it looks like it's going to be Oasis coming away victorious in the Graviton duel as they invested almost everything. They're going to have the McCree ult, the High Noon, and they're also going to have Earth Shatter here. And maybe...
Yeah, coming in this next fight, that actually might have helped them out, however, Huey, because now that the old economy is kind of flipped to their side, now you got D-Seals coming up with the ult. It's going to be really a Reinhardt battle coming into this here. Reinhardt and Hanzo ults here. Hanzo ult's dropping in early, though. We'll have to see how that plays into it. If they can take out the Reinhardt here, they have a chance to shatter.
Both tanks, here it comes now. And the both supports, are they going to go down? It's just the Moira to contest here. High Noon going to come in.
Block
Will
that
it
High
hit
Noon, though.
anybody? It will not. Party Booster though, got the Mercy. Let's see, Panda Bear Kev, can he do what he did last time and get a big blade? Oh, he's gonna get the McCree, and here we go. It's now just a stall fest onto the point here. D-Seals, charge, didn't get anybody here. Suda swapped over to the Mei here. Party Booster Brit gets Britboy down here. Here we go. It looks like we might be heading to extra rounds here. May
Quite possible.
The contest
fight
here.
is definitely turning in Don't Envious' favor, and we're going to have a nice little treat for us here, it seems.
Yep, here we go. Now it's just Fluffy. Fluffy's got to go down here. Oh, he's just in the back, and now Diva's going to come in to contest. Britboy comes in now. Britboy
What is that contest, though, coming out from Fluffy?
Oh, and that's going to do it.
That was a beautiful contest on the point, though, coming out from Fluffy there at the end. He probably stalled for maybe at least 15 seconds just with the Tracer alone.
Oh, yeah, he did a great job stalling there, although... We are heading to extra rounds here. Each team will get an additional minute here as none of them finish with over a minute of time remaining. So that means Oasis will get 12 seconds advantage. I'm not too sure what 12 seconds is going to do too much for for Oasis, but you never know. Maybe it'll come in handy.
My friend, a mere second can make a difference in every battle.
It's very true statement here. But we're gonna see them, but they also get to defend first here. So that means Don't Envious, they're gonna get 2 straight attacks in, and they pushed it all the way twice. Or they pushed it all the way once here, and so they've got the momentum of them attacking, doing very well on the attack compared to Oasis. Very little, they've conceded a lot, especially on the first point here. They was very sloppy from them. The second point was also very sloppy from them, in my opinion. Let's see here as BritBoy is.
I think the second point coming into that fight there for Don't Envious was actually not bad. They had to start. The major issue and the major flaw that they had was just they abandoned the point. They needed to leave at least one person on the point, and they weren't able to do that. It seems like they're going for a much more close quarters comp here to kind of protect the president here, protect the payload, if you will. No Bastion in this one, but it seems like that's what they're going to be running right now to kind of knock people off and knock them away.
On the Doomfist here. He did so well on Lijiang. Let's see if that will do anything for them here. So they're just going to get 3 cart time here. Don't Envious here. Not really going to get into the test until now. Panda Bear Kev kind of stuck in the back here. 30 seconds left here, as Athena says. Here we go. And it's kind of just a scrum going down here. No picks that didn't happen. Fluffy now going to get D-Seals. 20 seconds remaining here. We're running low on time.
Yeah, that huge fight there is going to be important, and we'll have to see if they can bring it back right now. They need a lot of damage coming out, but there comes Sinful once again.
That's a big pick there, and that's one of the biggest picks, as Party Rooster and that guy Tyler are going to come in, sweep in get some kills afterwards. Tyler looking to get some extra kills here. Got Flashbang. Fluffy's going to take him out. It's a 4v3 here. So here goes Fluffy ult. Everyone's just going to kind of hide behind the Ryan shield. Not going to get anyone. Trimar going to take him out.
Gotta make use of that Lucio ult, though.
Yep. Panda Bear Kev able to take down 1, make that 2 here, and here we go. We're running low on time. BritBoy with the big shatter, and I think it very well could be it, but we're still going here. Panda Bear Kev gets 1, gets another is BritBoy, and now Tyler just gonna stall as long as his wait form can last. And so we have a win condition on the point now. Oasis must push it all the way across it underneath bridge, under and over bridge.
Coming into that fight, Don't Envious actually looked pretty good. They got a little bit of distance there, and once the fighting started, unfortunately, they did get taken out. Their Reinhardt got taken out, and then they started turning it back. But once again, you saw them get a little bit too aggressive, moving into that final push there. The Reaper went a little bit too far ahead with the Wraith form, and McCree was able to just pop him and drop him, unfortunately, and that really started turning the tide against them there, and it's something you really do have to be aware of. They had people in their back line still, and it was just not a moment you really wanted to see that happening. And I also saw when the Lucio ult came out, you also saw D-Seals keeping his shield up a little bit longer than I felt was really necessary coming into that fight, and it really would have been good to see him get a bit aggressive there and take out Panda just a little bit quicker than he thought him to, because Panda was actually still up long after the McCree ult has ended, long after the shield had finally dropped. And really, they had an opportunity there, and it was just not able to be capitalized on. Other than that, they had a fantastic starting push coming out of the gate there. But Oasis did a fantastic job really baiting out Sinful to keep him in the back. And once again, Sinful got some picks there. But you're really seeing a composition coming out now from Envious here, where
all in. There's 2 turrets,
here. Yeah.
They don't have res though, but that's very interesting. Peppermint's going to hide across the bridge here to heal them. That's a very interesting strategy they're going to be trying out here. But I guess they're playing for map differential and more likely pride here. As here we go, this plan looks like it's falling apart though pretty early as Trimar went down early, and Tyler is going to go down too.
This is one of those plans where you often see it where it's kind of an all or nothing thing. If the team's not able to be taken out and you don't get those early picks as Bastion and Torb, oftentimes you can just get overwhelmed by the sheer number of things. It looks like they're going to probably get one more stall here at the end, 35 seconds on the clock. It's really going to depend if Party can get out here, but unfortunately he gets stuck on some map geometry there. He gets stalled by that. It looks like Reinhardt's going to come back, but I don't think he's really going to be able to do anything in this next fight here.
All right, here we go. He's got Lucio to give a little bit of support here. Here we go, 4.19 meters away. Sinful just going to come in with the soldier and gets taken out immediately, and that's going to do it. Oasis are going to
Yeah,
4-0 here.
that was a tough fight to take there. Not very far, but that was a really good game from both sides there. It was an attempt. I think coming out from that there, they had a plan in mind, but unfortunately it just was not able to come to fruition. As I said before, Bastion is kind of an all-or-nothing character. Torb almost even more so because his turret doesn't really have any way to heal itself or, you know, do stuff, so you kind of got to babysit it. So they did it there. But overall, great game. It was good to see Envies being able to get their 6 stack coming back, and they really gave us the last couple great games there towards the end. An amazing, amazing capture point. I was really happy to see them be able to take that. And that's really all I got to say about that. Would you want to wrap us up there, Commander, if you have anything else you'd like to say?
All right, this has been a tremendous game here. Oasis come in, again, battered off a loss. They come in, rebound immediately after that. That's a great job. Great job on them for doing that. Along with that as well, I wish we had gone to C6 because I felt Don't Envious, especially on the first map, Horizon, they weren't warmed up. Because they had just kind of, well, they're all 6. And then we see on Gibraltar that they finally come together. And considering they played 5v6 so closely in, the map Lijiang, it would have been very fun to see if they had 6 for that one. You know, it's a shame that we didn't get to see that, but overall, at least we got a last great map to end it all off. It was a very fun match to cast, especially the last part. You know, maybe even though you know, the game was a little lopsided on the score, I think especially this map, it shows that Don't Envious, they are not a pushover. They just need to you know, show up for their games and or field 6, and they could very
It's
well
always it's really always an unfortunate thing to see a team that you know has so much potential and that you really see. As I said, I'm new, and coming into this match, I was looking at scores and stuff like this, and these teams really seem close as far as scores and almost play style and stuff like that. I hope to in the future to be able to view their scrims and stuff like that, but you really see these teams that have so much potential. And it's really unfortunate when you don't get to see that potential really unleashed in the games. I was really looking forward to both the Envious and Oasis going head to head, and maybe next time I'll be able to see that, and I look forward to that. Tonight was just not their night, unfortunately, and congratulations to Oasis Esports for winning that. It was a fantastic game overall. Really glad to see it. Glad to see some 5v6 action where the 5 had some bite back, you know, on some points there. But other than that, that's really overall just a fantastic play altogether.
Yep, it's been a fantastic game. Don't forget, we got plenty more outlet action coming up. Banned, by the way, versus Click Foreheads. And again, especially for those of you paying attention to the Snowy Division, Rinse and Shine versus Deadlock Gang. That'll be the game to watch. Along with that, Top Ramen versus Lotus. You can check the rest of the games out on the Outlet Discord under match announcements. So that'll be it from Watch Point Gibraltar. We've traveled a lot. We went to the moon and back.
My legs are tired, Huey. Let them off.
That's very...
I missed the rocket to the moon, guys. I had to walk there.
Yes. This has been a great match here. It's been great casting with you, Tangent. You know,
yeah, it's been fun, Huey.
This is the first time, you know, we've casted together, but I hope to be casting with you in the more in the future. And I hope you know, your games, you know, you got a taste of 6v6 action in Outlet.
Yeah, finally my first taste of 6v6. Yes.
They're just setting you up for next.
I think they're gonna stop letting me cast games soon, Huey, because it seems like every game I'm in, turns out to be a 6v5 or whatnot. And apparently, I got that. I've already got the caster curse, so to speak. You see it in the big leagues where they're like, "This guy's gonna win." Well, you know, my predictions turn out to be right, but I end up, you know, screwing the team out of a player somehow. So we'll have to see how that turns out down the line. But you know, overall, I think that was a fantastic game, and I appreciate you letting me come out here and cast with you, Commander Huey. It's been a great time. I look forward to possibly working with you again in the future as well. But I'll say goodbye, everybody. This is Tangent signing off from the thing here.
All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. It's been great. We'll sign out from Gibraltar. Thanks for watching.